Woo! New chart, who dis? Oh man, I made the switch over here to Webull. Anybody who's been tracking the channel for a while knows that I had a mishap happen with Fidelity. They ended up closing out my positions against my consent, and that is the end of that. So I am coming over here to Webull. I've been meaning to make the transition anyways, so I hope you guys get used to the new charts. They're actually pretty cool and easy to use. So let's get right into this. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades, where we get technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back, I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money, and I am happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. So if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me here in the community, make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Last, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today, I know that I have been really slacking on giving an update on my girl Mavis, ticker symbol MVIS, but we're going to be giving you guys an update on Microvision Incorporated. This is a great company that I absolutely love, but with all the craziness going on in the market right now, there's not a lot of predictability in terms of charts and technical analysis, so I have been staying away for the time being, but we will give our best technical analysis and update on MVIS as of now. So we're going to look at this both macroscopically and microscopically. We'll look at this on the 1 month chart as well as the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Man, my voice today is just being really goofy. I need to drink something. So we'll do that. I've got a couple different indicators pulled up that we're going to walk you through. The RSI, which is the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. I've got the 50-period moving average, which is the SMA. And this is just a 50-day moving average trend line based on price action over that 50-day moving period. I've got the VWAP, which is a 14-day moving period trend line. It basically shows you an acting level of support or resistance based on some price action, typically respected by the charts. And then the 200-period EMA, which is the Exponential Moving Average, and this is a price action based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period. So we'll talk about what these all mean, give you some both bullish and bearish indicators, level off some support and resistance. I do think the time to buy Microvision, if you missed your chance, is very, very soon. I would definitely watch for that. So very excited to talk about this. Let's just get right into the video. So if you're not familiar with what Microvision is, let's just read you off a quick description here. And it is this. Microvision is a developer of laser beam scanning technology, LBS. The company markets its technology under the brand name Pico-P. It has developed scanning tech that can be used in products for interactive projection, consumer light detection and ranging, lidar, and automotive lidar, and augmented and mixed reality. Pico-P scanning technology that can be adopted by its customers to create high-resolution miniature projection and three-dimensional sensing and image capture solutions that use laser diodes as a light source. The company offers key components for inclusion in the scanning engine, including its micro-electrical, mechanical systems, and application-specific integrated circuits. The company's Pico-P scanning tech incorporates its expertise into two-dimensional MEMS, lasers, optics, and electronics to create a small form factor scanning engine with lower power needs than many other technologies that projects video and still image to capture three-dimensional data. And to sum this all up, basically, the big things that we know about Microvision, they've got a lot of patents, and these patents are worth money. They generate annual revenue. We know that as a fact, and they are working with automotive lidar technology that we are expecting them to present on sometime in April. And when this does happen, if this presentation does go well, we have heard rumors of buyout talks with a bunch of different companies, and they're going to be able to negotiate basically with whoever they want to make this happen, right? So I know some people think that Tesla would never want lidar, but I'm telling you, Microvision's lidar tech is pretty sleek. This is good stuff. So I think Tesla is very possible. Microsoft is probably the most possible. Apple I can see, because Microsoft and Apple are both trying to get into the automotive, the autonomous lidar game, or not lidar specifically, but the autonomous game for sure. And if this does come to fruition, I could see this being a pretty huge ripper. So we have not had any recent press releases on Microvision. The last was December 29th of 2020. No recent corporation actions. Analyst rating is currently a hold. We only have 2 analysts that have discussed this stock and the financials. If we look at the overall financials on the company, we can see that their Q3, which was September 30th, 2020, their overall revenue was $639,000. Gross profit of about $639,000 as well. Financial expenses, we don't see any. Operating income, negative. Other non-operating net income, negative. So what you're investing in with Microvision is not previous growth, but the overall expectation and potential for growth, right? So you're getting into this. There's a reason it's a penny stock, right? So we know that Microvision is a penny stock because in the past it has not had great history, right? But they're moving in a different direction. So all penny stocks are penny stocks for a reason. If they were awesome, if they had awesome previous financials, awesome previous press relations, they wouldn't be penny stocks. They'd be highly valued market cap companies. And Microvision's getting there. It's heating up, but it's not there right now. So you're investing in the potential for growth. There is risk involved with Microvision, but this is a stock that I think has a lot of potential to graduate out of penny stock realm very, very soon. And it's coming up close. Honestly, I think if this whole fiasco with what's going on with GameStop and AMC wasn't happening right now, Microvision would have done exactly that. It was on its way. We have a 1 month high here of $8.48, an overall low of $4.56. So if you would have been able to get in when this stock was getting absolutely hammered, you would have turned a pretty filthy profit. It would have been nuts. It would have been very, very solid. So that is how that looks right now. So let's just dig right into the charts, okay? So what we have pulled up here is the regular hours. The extended hours are these purple columns right here. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I do show the extended hours just because I don't like seeing the gap ups. I like to see the full price action. So let's talk about the overall indicators here. First off, we do have the 50 MA and the 200 EMA, right? And what can we say about these two things right now? Well, we did recently have this crossover right here, and I typically like to use the VWMA, but this is also a good way to check these. So the 50 MA did cross over the 200 EMA, which is typically a bullish indicator and a sign of an upcoming run. And even though the last 2 days we have bled a little bit just because of the situation with GameStop and AMC, the hedge funds, the squeeze, etc., I think people are profit taking right now, getting out of their positions in their regular stocks just so they can join this movement. And because of that, MVIS is taking a little bit of a beat down. But that's not a bad thing, right? So if we look at the RSI here, it has come all the way down to 37 at one point, currently trading at 42. That's pretty low. That's a huge buying opportunity, right? So that's something that I want to show you guys right off the bat. Now, if we do draw up this level of support or resistance, what do we know based on what we're seeing right now? Well, we know that we've got a pretty significant level of support sitting at $6.87. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different touch points here. And honestly, if you want to bring this up just a hair to get this one as well, 694 does seem to be a very solid level of support. So you always want to use the most recent data. We can bring this back and make it touch more points in the past, but the most recent price action is going to give us the best idea of levels of support that are significant. So this is a significant level of support at $6.98 or so. So if you're looking for an entry point, I do think that's pretty solid. Level of resistance to watch for. Well, let's take a quick peek again here at level of resistance. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different touch points at 834. So that was a pretty heavy amount of price rejection, right? So that's something to keep in the back of your mind. That is a level that you're going to be watching for. If we do push through 834, I think it is pretty likely that we see a push for all-time highs here. I suppose not all-time highs, but at least 3-month highs of $9.74. That is going to be the next level that we're watching for after we do make that push over $8.34. We also, just looking at this right now, I do notice that we are on an upward moving channel, and we're going to connect a couple different touch points here. So if we connect all of these right now, you can see that we have one, and I'm actually going to move this out to here because this is the most recent data. We have one, all right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 different touch points here, and if we move this up just a hair, 4, 5. So we've got 5 different touch points, and if I move this up just a touch to get that could be 6 as well. So we are in an upward moving channel, and if this does respect this trend line as it has in the past, you can assume that this is a level of support. So if you're looking to get an entry point into this stock and you have not already, I can see this playing out 2 ways. Either A, we continue on this level of support right here and we see a little bit of bouncing around on that $6.90 range, or B, we follow this upward moving channel as we have been doing that over the past week or so, right? So I can anticipate maybe we see a bounce off of $7.09, a bounce off of $7.19. So if you're looking to get an entry point somewhere between $6.90 and $7 and 8 cents, 7 cents or so is probably going to be your best entry. We want to try and buy this as close to the 30 on the RSI as we possibly can. This is currently still bullish territory, even though it does not quite appear that way. We have been bleeding for 2 days, but macroscopically speaking, the 50 MA is still significantly higher than the 200 EMA. Now, why do I have the VWAP pulled up, right? Well, if we zoom in here, you can use this as a level of support or resistance based on whether or not you're looking for a quick day or swing trading opportunity, right? So right now, since we are trading just above the VWAP, you can use this as a level of support. So if you see a bounce off of that level, that is pretty typical way to guess price action based on that if you do see that bounce. Typically, it will respect that, but it won't always. That's just what I'm seeing right now. So let's drop a retracement as well, just to get an idea of some potential levels that may act as a level of support or resistance here in the future. And all of this is, it's very easy to use. You click on Fibonacci Retracement, put the base on the bottom of a run-up, the peak at the top of a run-up, and it gives you an idea of what you can expect, right? So if we zoom in here, we can see that there's a 23.6% retracement to 784. We've got 1 touch point, 2 touch points, not very significant, but this 38% is significant. This is $7.44. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different touch points. So that's a significant level. We do know that we're going to have to break over $7.44. And currently, we are in between the 61.8% retracement and the 50% retracement. Typically, the stronger a stock, the less it's going to retrace, right? We look for this 50%. But with everything going on in the news right now, this did, kind of get trumped. Like I said earlier, the charts get trumped by news catalysts, and news has absolutely trumped the charts right now. So we did retrace a little bit more than we'd like to, but it is holding and looking to come back up to that 50% retracement. So the strength on MVIS looks pretty good. It corrected pretty harshly, but keep in mind that we did touch up to 80 on the RSI indicator and corrected down to about 37. So we didn't have a huge swing, right? I mean, in terms of points, it was pretty decent, but it did bounce back pretty nicely, and I do think this stock will continue its bullish run here when things start to settle down. So if you're looking for an entry point, I do think that anywhere between 690 and 708 is a pretty solid point for you to start. The Fibonacci retracement, everything looks pretty strong for the most part. Overall volume has been down the past couple of days. You can see the volume on the top left of the screen right next to the highs and the lows on the day. Typically, we're seeing, in a 1 hour window, 3.5 million, 1.6 million. It's down a little bit, right? People are not jumping onto the stock just because of everything happening right now. So I do anticipate, at least until the AMC GameStop situation does start to die down a little bit, you're going to see a little bit different trading patterns in the market, and this stock is no exception. So that's how that looks right here. Let's change over to the 1 day, 1 minute chart and look at the most recent price action that we see. And based on that, I can draw up a second level, and I'm going to delete this RSI indicator really quick just to clean things up a little bit. Just click on that and hit delete. And just based on what we saw previously, we do have second confirmation of an upward moving channel. So at the low here of 682 on the day, we do see 1, 2, 3 different touch points. We did break this here in the after hours. So if we want to connect it in this way, we've got 2 touch points. So if this does continue, it is giving us a range between what we see previously on this upward moving channel. And that could be pretty significant. So like I said, you want to keep a macroscopic view. The macroscopic view, even though this does touch through at this point a little bit here, right? We are still generally following that upward channel. And the 1 minute chart does verify that, right? We are slightly moving back up here, which is a good indicator. So that is what I have for the update on Microvision, ticker symbol MVIS. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. It is a brokerage platform, which you see right here, that allows extended hours starting at 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. If you're interested in getting 4 free stocks with a $100 deposit, the link will do so for you. If you're not interested, I don't really care, guys. I don't care, my friends. I'm just glad you're taking the time to watch my videos here today. So that is what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.